Hello, Selfish Revolution. Hope everyone is having an amazing Tuesday. If this is your first time on my broadcast and you're like, who is that girl with purple hair? My name is Nadia Hewitt. I am your selfish coach. Now, what does selfish mean? You're like, selfish is a bad word, Nadia. Actually, no, it's not. Selfish equals self-focused, and I teach you how to live your life unapologetically. And this week, I am hosting a selfish party for the next 5 days to help you start doing exactly that. And today's topic is Tune In Tuesdays. Three reasons to tune into you. 3 reasons to tune into you. So again, being selfish is not a bad word. Being selfish allows you not only your overall health and wellness, but allows you to, like I said, live your life unapologetically, because your life is yours and you should be the only one living it. So let's get right into it. Number 1 reason why you should tune into you is, number 1, we all have a Wi-Fi. So you want to know, what is your Wi-Fi password? Imagine this, when you, like we all do, we have Wi-Fi in our house. When you don't know the password, or you don't know what's going on with your Wi-Fi, if it's spotty or slow, you can't access it. You're not able to log in, you're not able to connect, right? So the same thing with our energy. If you're not able to tap into what's going on with yourself and even ask yourself that question, if you're not able to log in to you, how can you connect with yourself? How can you understand what's going on? Because you don't know what you don't know. So in order to access your Wi-Fi password, you have to tune into you. You have to tune into you. So what's your Wi-Fi? What's going on with that? You gotta tune into yourself. Number 2, accountability, right? I can tell you so many times that I have had anxiety. I've had other issues that go on with me, especially related to anxiety. Anxiety is one of the biggest things that I talk about on my lives and on my broadcast, because that's something that I have to not only see as something that's a daily practice for myself. When I used to wake up in the mornings, I used to have anxiety so badly that I could not figure out what was going on with myself. I felt helpless. And it got to a point where I got so tired of waking up and feeling that way that I really started researching and looking at ways on how I could help myself. It's the same thing. If you've been waking up and you've been feeling a certain way, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's stress, maybe it's none of those things, but maybe you have a nagging feeling that you need to be focusing more on yourself and understanding more of what's going on with you. How you do that is by tuning in. How can you know what's going on with you if you don't know? You don't want to feel helpless. You don't want to feel helpless. Feeling helpless is one of the most frustrating feelings in the world. It is one of the most frustrating feelings, right? Because you feel like it's almost damned if you do, damned if you don't. Tuning in with yourself, allowing yourself that accessibility to yourself is what's going to help you to not feel helpless and give you accountability, so you can feel like you are in control, more in control of what's going on. Number 3, your overall health and wellness. I cannot stress this enough. For anyone who knows my story, and maybe if you don't, I'll give you a little bit of backstory. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2014, and that is what prompted me, that is what drove me to start being selfish. Why? Because I had no other choice. If I wanted to actually be able to save my life, I was going to have to start asking myself what I needed to do that. And that's not a question that I had ever asked myself, let alone did I even think being self-focused was something that I was worthy of. I, like many of us, thought that tuning into myself or even asking myself these questions, I would blow it off. I would say, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy. I don't have the time or the patience. Or I would even say things like, hey, I don't have the money to do that. Something like that. I would say things like that. And it wasn't until I actually started to allow myself the practice of tuning in that I saw so many dramatic shifts in my life. Not only in the physical, but I also saw it in the emotional. It allowed me to get into a better place very early on with my multiple sclerosis symptoms. And not only that, it actually allowed me to feel lighter, something that even before my MS was an issue. I would wake up feeling, like I said, a lot of anxiety, a lot of heaviness. I didn't really understand what that was because I felt helpless. And when I allowed myself to start the practice of asking myself, hey, what do you need? Hey, what's going on? And not talking myself out of that, that's when I started to feel physically lighter. So I want to invite, like I said, everyone to the Selfish Party going on this week. I will be covering more topics just like this for the next 5 days and allowing each and every single one of us the chance, the opportunity, our right, okay? Our right to feel, to live, and to attract better and more, because we have every right to live our lives unapologetically. The other thing that I want to say is that if you have never, like when I first started out, if you have never even asked yourself, hey, what is being selfish? Or maybe you're sitting watching this and you're like, hey, I know I need to be more self-focused, but I don't even know where to start. Or maybe I do want to be more self-focused, but I feel guilty for doing that. I mean, what are people going to think? Am I a bad person for focusing on myself? Or maybe you're just, hey, that sounds great, but what does that even look like? These next 5 days are going to allow you to do just that, to start taking baby steps to even see what living your life unapologetically could look like. I'll say this before I get off. When I was first guided, and by guided I mean by my doctor, to start taking more care of myself and to start taking more personal time with myself, to start doing these tune-ins and check-ins with myself, I first thought, no way. But when I saw that my life was changing so drastically around me from doing it, I realized how important it is. But then I also realized how much I had talked myself out of it in the past. So if you're someone who maybe knows that you need to be more self-focused and you keep talking yourself out of it because it just feels like it's too much, join the Selfish Party. You get to come into the private Facebook group. We talk about whatever's going on there. I do lives in there. And let's do this for the next 5 days. Allow yourself the curiosity to even see what that looks like. And if you do this for no other reason, do it for this. Just to see if it works. Just to see if you feel better. Hi, Daniel. How are you, my love? How are you? So yes, the Selfish Party. Hey, Tay, hope you're doing well, my love. Hi, hope you're doing well, my love. So yes, the Selfish Party, like I said, selfishuniverse.com/selfish party. Allow yourself even the curiosity to ask yourself, can I feel better? And is this life that I have, can I even start living that unapologetically? I guarantee you're going to be shocked. And I cannot wait to share that with you. So I'm going to be sharing more videos, more lives. Like I said, for the Selfish Party, we'll be talking about more topics like this. And like I said, yeah, let's start living unapologetically, everybody. Love you. This is our right to be able to not only live unapologetically, but to live our lives on our terms, whatever that looks like. And it starts with us. Love everyone. Yes, love you, my love. Shout out to everybody on the replay, and I will see you tomorrow with the Selfish Party. Bye.